Bishop told me that you were alive. She said that you were the Bay Harbor butcher.
Ntare and David, I'm so excited to talk to you two about Dexter Resurrection. Congratulations on this show. I'm a huge fan. I've been watching since the start. And so I will say also Batista is my favorite detective. So I'm actually very nervous for you this season, but I hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can get into spoilers for this all the way up to episode 3, but I did want to start with something like a little bit of a warm up. Dexter's code is all about justice, but we all have our own petty deal breakers. What's one code you live by, even if it's completely irrational? Like, do you never trust maybe somebody who claps when the plane lands, or somebody who, you know, maybe bites into a cheese string like a carrot?
Right. No, my habit is always, if something's bothering me, I go to the source and try to address it. And that's something that I try not to just let go, you know, past me. And so that's kind of a code that I have. You know, any issues that I have, I like to go to the source and either try to work it out or whatever happens, you know, deal with it.
I think that speaks to, you know, to me too. I know you're a parent, so I think that definitely speaks true to me too.
So let's get into the episodes. I watched all the way up to episode 4, but again, we can talk about episode 3 in particular. David, you know, Angel does resurrect Dexter's identity to legally pursue him again. And I feel like that's a very heavy move for someone who once called him a friend and genuinely loves him. How do you think Angel justifies this betrayal of their bond?
I think that it really changes the dynamics of that relationship. You know, knowing what I know now. And I think I have to be, Angel Batista has to be very careful as to how he approaches this new information and who he shares it with. And I think that that becomes a distraction to him. And but ultimately, you know, Angel Batista is one of those that he's not going to let certain things go. Is gonna like bother him until he gets it done, and just doing it in a new city with, you know, a new way of life that where he's at, it's gonna be an interesting journey.
And Ntare, you know, Blessing is one of the first people in this world who kind of shows Dexter compassion without suspicion. What do you think draws him to that kind of energy, knowing very well like the rideshare job is so risky, and he's invited this man into his home basically and his family?
I think he sees a void in Dexter that needs to be filled. And he knows he can do that, or he can try to do that. He has a home with an extra space, and he provides him a space to live. His mother is an amazing cook. She whips up some incredible meals for him. So he becomes the friend that he thinks he needs. And I think that's what makes this season so fun, because friendships with Dexter don't usually go the way normal friendships go.
Yeah. And, you know, both of you are representing different moral poles in Dexter's life. Like Angel, you're the seasoned detective, and Blessing, you're the man who he trusts first. How do you think your characters reflect two different potential paths for Dexter this season?
Well, I think, you know, with Batista and Dexter, I mean, they've known each other for so long that they kind of understand the dynamics of what the other one is thinking. And also, you know, it's the one thing that I really love about this is that, you know, Batista's not trying to drag anyone else in this. This is his responsibility to try and find out or try to get justice from what he's learned. And there is a protection about that, you know, they know what the task is at hand, and they don't want to drag anyone else with them. And that's true, I feel, for both characters.
And I think, yeah, for Blessing is really giving a window in for the audience to see, can Dexter live under somebody else's roof? Literally. Can he live with another family? Can he become a part of that family? And we get to see how he wrestles with that.
Yeah, no, that genuinely scares me though, because, you know, your family, the character's family is so beautiful and they're so kind. And knowing how this show goes from the start I've watched to now, I get nervous. And so I genuinely am very nervous this season. I know that you guys have had some amazing scenes with Michael C. Hall. Was there anything that you maybe were really excited this time around to kind of tackle with him? I know, Ntare, this is your first time working with him, but David, you've worked with him for years. You guys are like best friends.
Well, Michael is a great example of a number one on a show. Because he's so collaborative and he works so hard. And not only does he work hard, but everyone sees that he works hard, and it makes them work hard. It makes them care about what they're doing. And you can't ask for anything more than that. And every time I work with Michael, it's always a wonderful day, because we know our characters so well. And we're able to communicate whatever needs to be communicated, and we know that we could rely on each other for that.
And I think for me, what was so special coming on to this show that's been 20 years running with David and with Michael was that they never phoned it in or took things for granted. They literally were asking questions about the script or making suggestions, or Michael would be doing push-ups and, working out between scenes, and David was literally shaking it up. So that's rare to see something like that for something that's been anyone who's done a job for 20 years plus. You kind of sit back and take things for granted sometimes. That was not the case with these guys. So that set the bar for everyone.
I'm very happy you're in the Dexter universe, because you're an amazing actor, and I'm so happy to see you with another bunch of amazing actors that I just completely love. Heading into episode 4, I'm wondering, what can fans kind of brace for with these sort of truths closing in? Angel's going to be, pursuing more of the truth blessing. You are getting a lot more involved without you even knowing it, like your character. And also, I have to say, I did love seeing, Desmond Harrington and C.S. Lee come back to the show. That was amazing. So can you tease anything going into the next episodes?
Things get more complicated.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I think if you've seen so far, you've seen the family get together and share a meal. Let's just say things get spicier.
Okay. Well, I can imagine that with this show. But guys, thank you so much. I'm so excited for everyone to watch this. I am on the edge of my seat, and I cannot wait for those episodes to just pour in, and I can scream even more in my pillow if I need to.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much. You guys take care.